you want to know more about the partner times and services for your favorite Metro North lines. Download the
Here, do you want me? Yeah, that's where I'm getting the pictures.
About calling the demonstration about this. It was the call from the family.
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
She's a press TV journalist. She was arrested in St. Louis and then taken from there to Washington, D.C. and treated like a common criminal. And during the time, she was not allowed to eat her halal food. Her hijab was taken out, and after about 10 days, she was brought in front of a grand jury in which they questioned all day long. We don't know what really happened, but she has finally been released. But that's not over because of the fact that this law can be applied to any of us. And we are against the specific law, and she has become the face of this resistance right now.
Marzieh is a black Muslim woman, and this country has a history of centuries of discrimination and violence against black people, against Muslim people, and her incarceration is an extension of that. So we're here to demand her freedom. Now that she's been released, we're here to demand that she no longer should be harassed no more by the U.S. government. We're here to demand that this material witness law, under which she was incarcerated without charge or trial, be repealed. And we're here to demand that the U.S. harassment of Muslim communities both in and outside the United States cease.
We're here today to denounce the kidnapping of Marzieh Hashemi and the illegal detention for 12 to 13 days. The demand that she appear as a material witness with no charges filed. Also against her family, 3 children. This is an outrage, and it is a racist attack, an anti-Muslim attack. Marzieh Hashemi is a journalist, a prominent Iranian and also African-American journalist whose English language programs are known around the world.
My name is Nasreen Abushaba from New Jersey, and I'm a regulatory affairs consultant.
Okay, so why are you here today, and how much that protest will help?
So we are all here today. Really, it's a day for us to stand up for the truth, to stand up to fight oppression. As we all know, what has happened to Sister Marzieh Hashemi is really quite unfair. And today what we want to do is come out, give her not just support, but support anyone who is in her shoes. So this statute is a very unfair statute. The statute which basically imprisons someone and steals years from their life, that's not acceptable. That's not constitutional. That's not in any measure of fairness by any religion or creed. We want to stand out here and say that this is not acceptable. This law should be abolished. It's illegal, and we hope that slowly we can start to make this change. We also want to talk about freedom of speech. This attempt to, it's a tactic actually, to intimidate journalists, people who come out like Marzieh Hashemi to speak out against the status quo, to speak up against oppression that's happening. In a country like this, democracy, there should be freedom of speech. So where is the freedom of speech now? And in addition, last but not least, the Islamophobia. Sister Marzieh, as a Muslim, as a practicing Muslim, the fact that she was deprived the right to wear her hijab, her Islamic dress, it's not acceptable. Where in this constitution does it say it's acceptable to deprive such a person to practice their dress? And let alone the fact that she has not even been charged with any crime. So we're here today to say this Islamophobia, this attack against Muslims, these assumptions should stop. Islam teaches us to all respect each other, and really we have to give others benefit of the doubt and not put someone in a position where they're incarcerated for 10 plus days without reason.
It was a kidnapping that in its very character was racist and anti-Muslim. It was an attempt to intimidate other journalists and to silence those who dare to speak out and denounce U.S. wars, endless wars, and U.S. racism, the U.S. attacks on the Black Lives Matter movement and on migrants. Marzieh Hashemi has been more than courageous, really heroic. During her incarceration, despite the atrocious racist treatment that she was subjected to, immediately upon her release, she spoke out. We also want to salute the courage and determination, the outspokenness of her family, who have not been silent throughout this and who have participated in demonstrations and put out statements. Now, what is this law? The right to kidnap and hold without charges and in absolute secrecy as supposedly a material witness to a crime that is not even listed, that we do not yet know what this crime is, and to hold in secret detention without any information. These kind of legal laws that exist on the books in the U.S. show that there is no respect for human rights. There is no respect for freedom of speech. There is no respect for journalists. And while the U.S. lectures the world on human rights, we know that right here in the U.S. there is no such thing as human rights for those who dare to contest and to challenge U.S. illegality. The U.S. asserts a right to overthrow countries around the world in the name of freedom of speech? No. We say this is absolute hypocrisy, we denounce it, and we salute the courage of Marzieh Hashemi. Free them all.
Thank you.